Yes, sure.
Do you think that you'd be a Christian if you were born around other Christians?
No,
Why do you think that?
because I'm not brain dead.
Were you ever a Christian?
Never was an atheist, never was a Hindu, never turned
Um,
into anything.
I would just more or less put it this way, and this will be the indicator of whether or not we can have a more fruitful conversation about Islam. Is that so? Do you believe? This is an obvious question. That Allah is the one true God.
Yes, we call the one true God Allah, yes.
So could you be wrong?
Possibly, no.
Possibly no. Or like
You define the God almost the exact same way that Muslims believe it.
I believe that he's
Some
not. I
innate
believe that he's not
thing.
impersonal. I don't believe he's omnipotent. I don't believe he's all knowing. I don't believe he. I just named
You
like.
see, that's the part where you deviate from.
Wait,
Um,
but hold him
It's
where he
like,
stands. Though, press him on that question because you asked him. I mean, is the answer possibly, or is the answer no, and whether or not you could be wrong?
yeah, I know. He's like, you said no, possibly. Like, what is that? It's like, could you be wrong that Allah is?
no.
You could not be. Okay, then we can't have a fruitful conversation. Like, if your mind is
Yeah, there you go.
completely made
There
up,
you go.
if your mind is completely made
Yes.
up already, and
Yeah, I'm
then
not. You're not converting me.
I know
I'm trying to
it's
convert you.
and
If there was doubt in my mind, why would I be here in the first place?
the reason that if you say that you absolutely it is impossible for you to be wrong about something such as that, then
Yeah,
it's
because I'm sure.
I'm sure that you're closed minded to all that tells me that you're completely closed minded to all other belief systems, including my own. So
But yeah,
that
that's
just
why I
tells me that
believe what I
you
believed.
that just tells me that you can't understand my worldview because you're completely closed minded to your own.
What the hell is this conversation?
It's
I
and
believe what I believe in because I eliminated all the other belief systems. I looked at them and I came to the conclusion, look, man, through the process of elimination and what I see within the
Hello.
universe and the reasoning, hello, and the reasoning that I've seen, I have come to the conclusion that this is the truth, which means everything else
could you be
is
wrong
false.
about the conclusion that you came to?
No, this is why I came to the conclusion that I did.
And
Because if everything else is wrong, that this is right, then of course I'm going to say everything else is wrong.
and yeah, the thing is, I'm not you, and I say that I absolutely could be wrong about my deistic beliefs. And that's what
Yeah,
opens me up to have fruitful conversations with other people, and I can understand other people and why they came to the conclusions that they came to. However, if I were to tell you why I came to my more deistic belief, you would say what? I'm wrong. You just say I'm wrong, no matter how
I would
logical or how
say
sound it is, because you are completely closed-minded to your own worldview.
I would ask you why did you come to the conclusion that you came to?
That's my question to
And I
ask
told you why
you.
I came to. I already answered
Like that is the well. How do you know that Allah is true? Like what research?
because I literally studied the religions.
The
Me
Quran.
me too.
Because you went to what?
Right.
Me too.
Because you grew up around Muslim.
I'm halfway through the Quran. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not. I don't claim to be a Quranic expert or a Islamic expert, but read half the Quran and I know already. My problem is with the supernatural elements of all the Abrahamic faiths. So I want to know, even to a closed-minded person, how do you know that the supernatural occurrences are true, especially the ones in the Quran?
Well, you're not there to see them, now, are you?
Are you?
Hell, there's supernatural occurrences happening right now on this planet. Who knows?
I'm gonna ask the same question again. Were you there for those supernatural occurrences?
Nope.
Then how do you know that they happened?
Oh, that is because I believe that the Quran is from God. Because it contains knowledge unknown to human beings.
Was the Quran? It was the
Wait, you can't.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Phoenix.
I was just gonna say, you can't say you believe, right? Because your previous claim is that you know. There's no ambiguity behind why you follow your religion, according to yourself.
Now you're going into argument about semantics. You
Not,
No,
know
no,
what
it's
I
not a
said.
semantic.
no,
It's a very important detail.
You're right. This is not a
he's
fruitful
not.
conversation at all. You're going into semantics.
He's right. You
Oh, you
said.
said belief instead of no, and did this and that. Look,
Well,
man,
okay,
that
then,
shit don't
okay,
work on
fine.
me.
Then would you say?
I'm not a philosopher. I'm an engineer. I
Fine. That's
deal with
fine. That
reality.
is fine. Listen to me if you don't like what he said. You said you don't. You believe. You don't know. You believe. Would you rephrase that and say, "I know that the supernatural occurrences in the Quran happened"?
Yes, I would say I believe.
Me too. I know.
You just. I said, would you say that you know? And then you said, yes, I would say I would believe.
Yeah,
What?
but I don't.
What?
Look, man, I'm not there. I wasn't there. I believe. Belief doesn't have to be, 100%.
I'm just telling you, Fluffy.
Oh,
you can't.
am I
have it-
cutting up? Hello,
Stop the
You're
cap.
good. You're good. Can you hear me? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3
hello.
1 2 3 1 2
Yes,
3.
yes, I can
Okay.
hear you now.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say that you know that the Islamic God is true, but you only believe, even though you weren't there, that the supernatural occurrences that he did are true.
That's right.
Yes, they happen. Yes.
Do
You
you
can't
know?
have your
Do
cake
you
and
know
eat it
that they
too.
happened?
How can I know? I was not there.
Then you
Exactly.
do you not see?
There
do
is
you not, do you-
difference
I believe.
between knowing and seeing. There's
I know.
difference.
But what belief entails is having a leap
Oh
of
my
a leap
gosh.
of faith without knowing, but taking a leap of faith and saying, "I believe."
Yeah,
that these
I
things
wasn't there. I don't have a time machine to go back.
I know. Then you can't say. I'm saying you cannot have it both ways. My next question was going to be, do you hear yourself? Because you're saying,
Yes.
I believe that these things happened, and
Yes.
I know that these things happened, even though you weren't there.
Yes.
Yeah, those are
literally.
mutually exclusive positions. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, like so. I believe right now that my wife is in the kitchen right now cooking some fajitas, but I don't know for sure. I can't see her. I can't. There's a wall between us. And if I can only believe and not know for certain, and then I think that, I'm not saying that you have the same brain as me, but I can. If I don't know for certain whether or not my wife is really in the kitchen cooking fajitas, then you can't know for sure if there really was an angel that intervened with Muhammad in the cave that day.
Right. Right. So your basic whole premise is you can never know about anything.
That's
You
not
can't
what
trust
No.
anybody.
I don't know how you came
That's
to
not
that.
what he just said.
Can you? Yeah.
This
can
is
you,
how
can,
the
can,
argument entails.
Can you?
You
yeah,
can
sure,
never know
sure,
because you were
go
never
ahead
there in
and-
the history of the
No,
past.
I got this. I got this. Finance.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me how you
No,
got
no,
from.
no.
Okay, tell me
You're
how you,
right. This
Tell me
cannot
how
be
you
a
got from
fruitful
A to B.
conversation.
Tell me how you got from A
I
to
believe.
B.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the simplest way possible.
Just real
And I
quick.
told this before. I believe that the Quran is from God Almighty Himself, verbatim. Whatever events are inscribed therein, I believe that they happened. Does that make sense to you?
And
You said the leap of faith, yes?
a leap
I
of-
believe this is from God, therefore I believe that this is what happened.
I want to see if you.
The way that it describes.
Do you agree with what I said a minute ago? When, since you believe means you cannot know for certain.
Well, yeah, you cannot know 100% that these events took place. You don't have a time machine.
So-
But belief entails that you have to put your trust in someone.
Yep, true.
And because I
أعوذ
believe,
بالله.
I believe that the Quran is from God Almighty Himself, and I'm certain of that.
Okay.
Therefore, I believe
Therefore,
that all these events took place. And if you're going to the point of because you can never know, you're putting in blind faith and so on and so forth. Well then, why believe in anything in history then? Why even believe that you're alive on this earth at this point? You have to put your faith in someone.
It's fine that you didn't answer my original question. I'll let finance go. But
Oh, of course, I
like,
can never answer your question. Of course, I'm too close-minded to answer your question.
No,
It's
here,
really
I
quite
just want to see real quick. I'll pass him to you, finance, but like, I want to see if he was even listening. Do you remember what my question was?
You're not. At this point, I don't.
Okay, then I'll just pass.
I
you to
already
finance.
know
I'll
that what this
I'll pass
conversation
you
is
to-
going
I'll
to.
pass you to finance. It's fine.
It's really quite simple. Either you believe that something is true and you don't argue with certainty, or you argue with certainty and there is no need for belief because you are already certain. And what
You're going
telling
into
us is that
philosophical
what you're
bullshit at
telling-
this
what you're-
point.
Yeah, if you can be civil, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
what you're telling
no
us is
point
that
in
you have
continuing
both.
on with the discussion. You're going into belief and this and that
Well,
and the
it's
other.
very clear. It's very clear that you're uncomfortable with us finding discrepancies in your logic and your argumentation.
You see,
So if
you
you'd like to
guys belong
surrender, you
to
can
the
definitely
group
do that.
of. You see, you go into these philosophical trident
You're not gonna let me
conversations. You're
talk
not
because it's not
actually
very
interested in converting to any religion to begin with.
Absolutely.
Because your
It's not
whole
very
argument will
convenient for you
always
to let me
bring up
finish talking, is it?
you cannot believe what you believe and this and that or the other. And it is very simple.
The fact
I
is
believe
that
what I
there's
believe.
plenty of
The
holes
problem
in your
is
argumentation
we're
and your
trying to
logic
convert you
it's
to
not
religion,
working
not
out
to
and now
me.
you're-
So
Can I have a comment?
out of
Can I
my
have a
religion.
comment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I
you're
wanna
free to
correct
leave.
Fluffy.
You're free to
I
surrender.
wanna
But
correct
it's good.
Fluffy.
It's good to know that you can't actually answer questions and you're too
I want to
scared
correct
to
Fluffy.
be
He said
confronted with your own logic.
he's not certain 100%. I want to correct you. Chapter 2, verse number 1 to 3. Alif Lam Mim. This is the book. There is no doubt about. There's not a single doubt about it. A guide for those who are mindful of Allah, who believe in the unseen, established reality and donation. Okay. Then you go and who believe in what has been revealed to you and that has been revealed and before you, and they have certainty in the hereafter. So like you must have certainty, not only like, oh, like 99%. Must have certainty.
Thing is, I muted what's his face to let you speak, and he already left. So he left like within 4 seconds of me meeting him.